Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks for joining me. Another coffee break. Aren't we lucky? We're allowed a coffee break at work. How fabulous is that? I've got my grandma mug today. I love my grandma mug. The boys bought it for me, so obviously it's very special. Anyway, nice hot cup of coffee in there. Today, going to make another little card, and again I'm using a 5.5 square multifarious card, and this is going to go on a 6x6 card blank, and I've already put a Sharpie line round. As you know, I like to do this at the beginning because if I did it at the end it would go right across my work and ruin it. I just know that's what I'm like, a bit of a tinker. I tend to, at the end of the day, because I use 5.5 inch square a lot, I tend to just literally run my Sharpie around 3 or 4 at once, and then I've always got them ready to use. Now, I'm going to use some low tack tape here, and I'm just going to mask off this bottom edge here. Then I'm just going to turn my card round. I'm just going to mask off the corner. So I'm going to come here, and I'm just following the grid on my Lavinia mat, because if I had to get it straight, do you know what? We haven't got a hope. Not a hope at all. I always like to write what tape it is inside, because once you undo these, all tape tends to look the same. So we're going to come in with some ink, and I'm going to go for green today, and I've got lovely elements, lime punch and olive. Right, just another little sip. Pop that there, and then I don't put my stencil brush in it by mistake. So I'll have lime punch here and olive over here. And I've actually got 2 stencil brushes for my greens, a light one and a dark one. So I'm going to come in, as always, tap off on the lid. You know this by now. And just gently, I'm going to go on my masking tape first, and then just flick in. And then once I've got less ink, because obviously we've put some ink on the card, when I've got less on my brush, then I'm going to go up into this area. And I almost want this here, a bit of a sort of a green haze, a little bit of colour, but not too much. Just going to bring in a little bit more, and this is a great way of practicing your blending. Couple of tips, you know this already. Always start on your masking tape first, and it's gently. You don't need a lot of ink. If it's one thing I've seen at workshops, it's that so many crafters put too much ink on the brushes to start off with. So we like to build it up. So now we'll come in with our darker ink. Again, tap off in the lid. Start in the corner on the masking tape and just gently flicking. Just coming in this corner. And then when we've got less ink, we can work our way up both sides. I'm not going right up to the edge, maybe 2/3 of the way. And then same thing again on here, gently, and just take your time. Just enjoy this, it's lovely, a lovely thing to do. And as long as you're gently with your stencil brush, just tickle it and your blending will be beautiful. The main thing is you don't need too much ink. Tap it off on your lid and just hold it gently. Honestly, you'll be fab at it. And then just with my lighter colour, I'm not going to add any more ink onto my brush. I'm just going to come in and just blend that edge a little bit more. And that's it. And you know what? I just love doing this. So I'm going to bring in some stamping now. Just have another little sip. And I'm going to come in with our Shady Lane, aka Shady Lady. And I've got a lovely stamp here. It's called Dandelions 2. And I haven't used it for a while. Don't know about you, but I like to get stamps out that I haven't used for a while. And I'm just going to stamp this in the corner. And then we'll come in again and just stamp along this side, I think, just there. And then along this side, I think just there. Yeah, very pretty. So now I'm going to come in with, this one's called Leaf Spray. And I'm going to come in with my Verdant for this. So I just want a lighter green. And this is just going to give me some foliage look. And then I'm just going to add a little bit. And again, I've put my masking tape, look, right across. Because if I hadn't, I would have definitely gone over this. And again, I'm just sort of keeping that sort of shape. And we'll whiz that one off. Then I'm just going to come in with my orchard grass. You know me, I love this stamp. Field grass and orchard grass. And I'm going to come in with the black. I want to add some black stamping on here now. And I'm thinking maybe one there. One this side. And this is such a lovely wispy. Maybe there, maybe a bit of second generation, just that. Same here, maybe first, then a bit of second, just maybe a little bit just along there. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? So what we'll do now is just add a little bit of water splats, and again it'll show up more where the ink's darker, but I'll still put some up here. And then while that's drying, it gives me a chance to have another sip of my coffee. Because do you know what? Coffee break is all about sipping your coffee. I must say, it's lovely that you join me. Now, at home, you would finish your coffee, but I'm just going to dab that dry. And then I'm going to come in with my heat tool. Heat tool does two things. It's going to dry those water splats, but also, if your low tack tape isn't very low tack, I mean, I'm lucky mine is, but if it isn't, it just helps to melt that glue look. And what it means is that your tape will just come off absolutely like a dream. So if you didn't hear that, it just comes off like a dream look. And I just thought we'd go for a corner design, but with these lovely white sides. Now, again, you could stamp a sentiment down here, sentiment across here. This has so many possibilities. I must admit, I'm going to put a couple of my sentiment stickers on. Because this is a coffee break card, I'm going to add some sentiments. And I'm going to go for... Let's have a look. Good times ahead. I like that. That's a very uplifting. And again, where's my scissors? Just so I can decide where to. I think I'll pop this here and then just put my head over. And I'm going to put another one up here. And I like the word happiness. And that goes with good times ahead. And the colours match beautifully, don't they? So let's have a look. I think that just there. And what we'll do with our black fine liner, I'm just going to go around these. Now again, if you want, you can edge this. I'm going to leave mine, I think. Although maybe on this one I won't. Maybe I'll just change my mind and just squiggle along there and squiggle along there. That's the beauty of what we do, isn't it? We can change our mind. And then for the finishing touches, some green Posca. And we'll just come in with, I tell you what, we'll add a little bit of stickles first. So, stickles, oh, did you hear that? Mr. Rudy has got wind. So let's just paint our stickles on and let's have a little bit of glitter. Got to have a bit of glitter, haven't you? And this, again, two things, painting it on, it'll dry quicker, we'll use less, we get it exactly where we want it. Perfect. Dry that up. Mr. Inky Binky. And then in with our splats, we'll give it another shake. And then just some nice green, don't want too many, just in this corner, across the design. There we go. And look at that. Beautiful card. Time to sip the coffee. And we've still got half a cup of coffee left. Now, got another one I've created here, just to show you. Can pop the two together. Now, I think this would look lovely. We've got so many different colours of ink. Maybe try it in different colour tones. Maybe alter the size of the border. Now, obviously, this one I haven't drawn a black line round, which is why today I did, just to show you the difference. And I love these sorts of designs because they open up, they get our crafty juices flowing. And that's what we want, isn't it? But so quick. So if you've got some thank you cards to do or some invitations, how about this design? I just think it's stunning, but so quick and easy. And maybe look for a stamp you haven't used for a while, a bit like me with this dandelion. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm just going to sit now and finish this coffee because do you know what? I think I deserve it. And you do too. And relax. I'll see you again soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.